Welcome to Red V TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2024 season, as we continue our build-up to the new campaign. And with 16 days to go, Peter, it can only mean one thing. It's our number 16, Curtis Sironen. And he is sponsored for the 2024 season by athenaforte.co.uk. And they echo the divine qualities of its namesake. Athena Forte embraces the ideals of wisdom, strength, and benevolence.
As do we at Red V TV.
With Athena Forte, every item purchased carries a remarkable purpose to extend a helping hand to those experiencing homelessness. And for each online sale, the brand pledges to provide the equivalent of that item to someone in need, serving as a catalyst in the fight against homelessness. I've been on the website. They've got some really nice beanie hats on there. You know what I'm like about hats, Peter.
Yes.
There's one that fits my head. I am there. Really, they look really nice, actually. No wonder they picked such a good-looking bloke in Curtis to model them for him. And listen, anything that extends to helping the homelessness as well, really good.
Yes,
so check them out.
fantastic cause. It's really, really good to see a company with such great ethics being involved with Saints as well. So no, that's fantastic, and certainly give them a look, folks, at Athena.
Seen one of their brand representatives the other day, and he looks like a prime 2005 long-haired Sean Long.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if he can hit a drop goal like 2005 Sean Long, see what he's doing for the rest of the season.
Yes. Right, Curtis then, Peter. Very quickly developed into one of our best imports in a long, long time.
Yeah, as we spoke about last night with Iggy Pazzi, it was perhaps, again, I'll use the phrase they used last night, slow burner. But I think people after that started to see the impact he was having on the edges in terms of not just carrying, but his ferocious defence. He's not a flashy player, but he's more skillful than people give him credit for. I'd go as far to say, in terms of the strength that he has, both with ball in hand and in defence. We spoke last night about our dearth of prop options, and we've mentioned Morgan Knowles, Sione Matautia, that's played up the middle. And for me, looking at the shape of this big boy, I don't know why we haven't thought about trying Cyril as a prop. He could make big meters. He is built like a prop. He runs like a prop. But he's got a step. He's got a bit of pace. He's got an offload. I think he would be, a great addition. When you consider we've signed Matt Whitley, he could play on the edges with Batch. Put Big Cyril at prop first half of the season. Tell you what, we would take some stopping with him carrying the ball for us.
Yeah, he's so solid. Tell you what, if you're having a scrap, you'd want him behind you. Waits to back you up. But he's so solid defensively on the edge, isn't he? And deceptively quick. If anybody remembers, I think it was Jack Wellesby's try at Penrith. It was Ciro who made the break, spotted the gap, went through it, and set Jack away.
When you mentioned that's a try that came right into my mind right away. He ran a beautiful line and tore away from their back row, which is one of the best back rows in the NRL. They've got 4 or 5 brilliant performers to select from, Penrith in the back row, as hopefully we'll see in a few weeks. Let's get it in early. But honestly, yeah, he ran away for them as if they were running in treacle.
If there's one negative, it's that we only seen him on the field 17 times last season. We need him again if we want to regain our trophy. We need to see him playing in the vast majority of the games this year.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's picked up injuries, but he's also, like the 2 other guys I mentioned, covering at prop as well. He has had issues with discipline, and perhaps
hasn't everyone, Peter?
Well, indeed. Well, everyone in Red V, and I think we spoke about that a few times. Yourself and Kev, about certain players who were going to be missing for a high percentage of the season. The names have obviously been bandied around. I'm not going to kind of mention them again, but we know who they are. And to prove their worth, for the team as a player, but financially on a salary cap, these guys have to, as you say, be playing 70 to 80% of your matches, because you get them and playing that amount of matches who are going to win those matches because they're terrific players. And obviously, as fans, you want your strongest team in the field. You want best value for your salary cap. But obviously, they have to clean up their act. Cyril's one of them. I'm sure he knows it himself. But because referees have got a half an eye on certain players, not just at Saints, probably other teams as well, who they think this guy's, watch him when he's into the tackle, watch him, his work on the ground, maybe, leaving one on a player that's on the deck. We need to clean up with stuff like that. These players available more readily will win more matches. So it's in everyone's interests that any disciplines kind of brushed up on.
Yes. He's someone who seems to have really bought into the culture of the club. Yeah. Obviously, he's been here a couple of years now. Mm-hmm. We've extended his contract for the next couple of years. We're seeing the best years of his career, potentially.
Yeah.
Obviously, settled well in the town. He's, I believe he's had a new baby during the off season. If I look at his social media, so let's hope he's still getting his beauty sleep. But it's good to see that when our imports come over and they buy into the club, how settled they become, and that really helps develop the culture. Now, obviously, we've lost Louis, we've lost Robes. We need the likes of Siro to step up and be those leaders, don't we?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think normally it's very rare that a good overseas addition comes over, signs an initial contract, and then stays beyond that. That is not the norm. And I think it says a lot for Cyril as a person and how Saints have treated him, and how, as you mentioned, he's taken Saints to his heart. When you were speaking about that, the image that came to mind was after the grand final against Leeds. His interview on Sky, where he was absolutely loving life. Obviously, he's just become a champion, but he'd never experienced anything like that before. And I think he felt everything that we felt in the stands that night. And then you think, he gets this. He's not over here to make a fast buck. He's not, just biding time looking for a move back home. He actually, loves Saints, loves Super League, loves the culture of playing over here in Britain. And the fact that he's extending his contract, is fantastic. We're getting the very, very best of him. And I think as part of kind of Saints' like leadership group within the squad, you guys like your Johnny Lomax, Tommy Mack, Percy, and guys like Big Cyril as well, Morgan Knowles, probably these guys set the standards within the dressing room. And you're not going to disobey what Big Cyril tells you to do, are you? Look at him. He's a handsome man, but behind that rugged yet handsome exterior, he would let you know he was disappointed in you. Let's just say.
I am delighted to say that I did get that right about him adding to the family during the off season, because that would have been an awkward conversation with his partner if it wasn't the case. Might have been a little bit of a potential Kyle Walker situation.
Yeah.
But
we don't want that. We don't want that. We like exclusives in Red V, but not of that nature.
But when he eventually returns home to Australia, he'll forever have a link to the town.
Absolutely.
Thanks to the wonderful staff at Wiston Hospital who helped bring
absolutely
his child into the world. Right, Peter, that is us done and dusted.
Yes, thanks for having me these last couple of nights. Enjoyed being back and looking forward to the new season, as we said last night. Should be an interesting one.
Yes, and we will catch up with you before the new season, I'm sure, in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will be back tomorrow with our next player preview. Catch you soon.